you're here to give you a tutorial on Audrey. So once you onboard, you're going to be given your login, and you'll come to mylularoe.com and you will log in. I'm going to show you all the buttons that are here, but the first thing that we're going to take a look at is assets. And this is what is also referred to as back office. So you'll hear it referred to as both names. You can either go over here, but I find it's just easier to go right up here at the top where it says asset. You're going to click on that, and that is going to take you over to a Dropbox. And in the Dropbox, you are going to find a plethora of information and graphics and text. What I would suggest is while you're waiting for your inventory to arrive and you've been given access to this, start to browse through here. One of the very first things that I would take a look at is the bin sizing. This one I found to be really helpful, and you'll click on it and all of the size pictures will come up. I know a lot of people will take these, download them, and then send them over to Kinko's to have them printed on nice cardstock so that they can use them in the back of their pictures to show the size of the item that they are displaying in their photograph. So that's something that I would recommend doing. Oops, I went back too far. When you're waiting for your inventory, go through here. You're going to find all sorts of stuff: pictures to post, pop-up invites, branding, photo shoot images. Whenever they do a capsule release, you'll find all the graphics to use for promotion here as well. MAP pricing, Q Club information. You'll be able to find everything that you need to have business cards made and thank you cards made if you're going to send them over to Vistaprint, or if you're going to use LuLaRoe Custom instead, whatever you want to do. But you'll find tons of stuff in here. Documents is really helpful. That's where you'll find all of your policies and information on pricing and leadership plans, your 72-hour plans, calendar spreads, just tons and tons of stuff. So spend some time looking through assets. It will become your best friend. So let's go back to my LuLaRoe. And the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to create a fake invoice. And the reason we're going to create a fake invoice is because you want your bank and Audrey to start speaking as soon as possible. If you wait until you run your very first invoice, it could take over a week, sometimes up to 2 weeks before you get that first payment, which can be frustrating if you're trying to replenish the inventory that you've sold. So what I would recommend, as soon as you get access to Audrey, that you come right over here and you click on Sales and New Sale. My internet is quite slow, so I apologize for that. So here you will have a list of all of the items in your inventory. Now, I wouldn't pay too much attention to the numbers that are here. You may find that you're like, hey, I only have 11 extra large amelias, and they say I have 14. Or in reality, I have 18 extra large amelias, and they say I only have 14. This isn't always 100% accurate. So just kind of keep that in mind. So for the fake invoice, let's pick up a large Azure. So I'm just going to push the up arrow where I can type the number 1. It's going to add it over here. Now, I really don't want to pay $37.80 for an Azure on a fake transaction. So I'm going to discount the Azure so that it is now $1. So I'm going to take off $34. Then I'm going to check out. Now, I want to pay with credit card, or I suppose you said just an invoice, but it's easier to just click pay with credit card. And notice that we're going to be paying for the tax and $1, which is now $3.80. So go ahead, put your name, your last name, your email address, and if you want to write in the notes here that it's a fake transaction, you can put that in so that you know when you're doing your bookkeeping later on that that is not a transaction you legitimately earned. Put your name, billing address, card information, and then place the order. This way, your bank starts speaking to Audrey quickly, and it'll take a while for you to receive that first payment, but then every payment after that will happen within a short amount of time, really depending on the day of the week and your particular bank. All right. Next, let's go over to inventory. And this is all something that you can do while you're waiting for your actual inventory. Oh, actually, we're going to go to sales. So we're going to click on new sale. And what I suggest that you do, because that is not always accurate, is you want to go through with an MEP pricing sheet, and you want to make sure that every size is correctly labeled here. That the Amelias are 65, that your Azures are 35 all the way across. What I have found is that as LuLaRoe has added new styles or new sizes, that oftentimes this gray price right here is inaccurate. So when I first started, I added the 3X Amelia. And I was going on my merry way selling these Amelias, and then lo and behold, I realized I was charging $31 for the 3XL Amelia, which was not benefiting me at all. So once I discovered that error, I needed to quickly change it. I recommend that you not make the same mistake that I did and check this all ahead of time. So let's say that this Amelia, this 3X Amelia, said $31. I want to change it so that it shows 65. So I'm going to go over here to inventory. I'm going to go to product pricing. And again, my computer's slow, so bear with me. Now, you could scroll through all of the inventory, but you will probably die of old age before you actually find what you're looking for. So just come right over here to the search bar. And you can type in Amelia. As soon as my computer wants to work. Oops. All right, so let's go down here. Let's find the Amelia 3X. Since it was something new that they added, I think that that's why it's appearing this way. But originally, look at this. It had the Amelia 3X as $31. Not right. So I want to come over here and I want to click on the pink. And I want to change this to $65 and then change the price. And then it'll take me back. Now, make sure that when you are changing the prices, that you are changing the prices for the right items. You will notice, as soon as this list populates, that there are all sorts of codes next to each item and size. Some say STR, some say, Geo, some say other, CLB. Look at all those. LuLaRoe has wanted to start classifying all of the items based on the type of print, so like geometric, flower, Aztec, something like that, solid, stripe, but they're not at that point. So right now, what they're using is not the one that seems logical, which says any. It's the one that says OTH, which is other. So if you go through and you change the pricing, like look at all these Amelias, they were set at $70, which isn't right, 65. So anything that says OTH, you want to make sure that that is the one that you're changing. If you go and change this one, the STR, and you change that to 65, it won't matter. That will not show up on your inventory, so you change that for nothing. So make sure that you go to the OTH and you make sure that you change those. Now, you really shouldn't have to change many. You really shouldn't. But go through, make sure. It's better to find out now before you actually start charging customers and then not earning as much money as you should be. All right, let's go to add shipping. I'm going to go back to sales. Now, my friend, let's say in Minnesota, wanted an Amelia. She wanted a small Amelia, okay? Well, I am going to ship that to her, and I'm going to charge her for shipping. If you decide to charge for shipping, you can do first class, you can do priority, whatever it is that you want to do. And I would recommend charging shipping, because if not, you are undercutting yourself and you are potentially, you're shipping out tons of money that you don't need to be. And that's thousands and thousands of dollars in just shipping alone. So it shows now that I have 2 items. a small Amelia, and then my $6 priority shipping. So it now reflects as $71. So that's what I'm going to charge her, $71. Now, when you first go into your sales, you won't see the shipping. You actually have to go in to add it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to go over here and you're going to click on inventory. And then you are going to click on new inventory. Now, most people have two shipping options, the first class and the priority. The first class are items that you have to weigh and you put into your own poly mailers. And, depending on how you want to do that, that could be for one item, that could be for leggings. Ask your team, ask around how they do it, and then do what you feel comfortable with. Some people charge priority, which is the $6, in the flat rate padded envelopes from the post office. And they charge that for every single item, even if it's a pair of leggings. It's really up to you and how you want to run your business. But let's say we're going to add first class and we are going to add priority. So I'm going to click here on select. The 3-day shipping, don't click that one. If you start typing in first class, you'll find first class right here. And then what I would do is I would just add 200 of them. That way you won't run out anytime soon. So I'm going to add 200 and I'm going to add that to my inventory. Inventory created. So now when I go to sales, I will see my first class shipping. So that I'll add that onto an order that first class shipping applies to. Now, it depends on what you want to charge. I charge $3 for first class and $6 for priority. Some people charge $5 for priority or $5.50. Some people charge, $3 for any type of shipping. Whatever it is, decide what you want to do. If you need to change the price that Audrey pulls up, it's easy to do. Just go back and change the price of the item just like you did when we changed the price of the Amelia. Okay, go back to inventory and product pricing. Find first class shipping and change the price to whatever you want it to be. And those are, again, all things that you can get done while you're waiting for your inventory. Once you've done that and you're all set up, I mean, you are just absolutely ready to go and you know that everything's perfect. So take your time and make sure that everything is correct just the way you want it to be. The next tab that I'm going to talk about is reports, and you'll use this one a ton. There are lots of options that you can click on when you're under reports. The first one is sales, and this is going to show you exactly what it is. It's going to show you what are your sales, and it lumps all of your sales for one particular day into that particular date. Now, Audrey is off by a day. So if I were trying to calculate all of my sales for the month of June, I would have to add in May 31st. If I wanted to calculate all of my sales for May, I would have to go from April 30th all the way up to May 30th. So just remember that the day is off and use that to calculate your totals. If you are trying to cruise qualify, make sure that you're not taking into account tax or shipping or anything like that. The next tab is my orders. And this will show you all of the orders that you have placed through Audrey when you are ordering brand new inventory. So way down here, this was my initial inventory. Back on December 22nd. And it was $5,000 and I wanted to pick it up. So you'll see will call on all of these because I live less than a mile from the home office, so I want to make sure that I can pick everything up. And so I write that on here. When this little pink printer option is showing, this means that your order has been printed and is being filled by the warehouse. Now, technically, I think they have 5 days to ship it. It just depends on how fast they're shipping. But once you know that this little pink is showing, then you have your order is being filled. Now, I cannot tell you if in the ship column, if anything ever shows. I have absolutely no idea. I have not had anything shipped, so I really couldn't tell you. But I do know that if you sign up for the UPS choice, you'll get notifications as to when things are being shipped by LuLaRoe and when they should arrive. All right, payments. This one's a good one. So payments are going to tell you when you are going to be paid. So it lumps it all based on the day and the time cutoff that a person has paid. So like all of these ones were lumped into one day. And that'll show you what you are going to, on this day, this is the payment that I received. And then I want to make sure that that actually gets into my bank account. Once it's showing here, depending on how quickly your Audrey communicates with your bank, really will just depend on how soon you get your payment. If there's a weekend or a holiday, keep that in mind as well. If you notice that you're missing a payment, that maybe there was another person who purchased from you on this particular day and their name is not showing up, go into Find Missing Payments and fill that out. All right, paid invoices, just like it sounds. It's all of your sales, and you want to make sure that everything is calculated here correctly. If there was tax on the item or anything like that, don't don't figure that in. And then the next one on reports, as soon as I can click on it. Oh, slow internet. All right, invoices. This is where you will see all of the invoices. So remember that fake one that I created? It's showing up here, so I want to make sure that I delete that. But anything that is in blue means that it has been paid, and anything that is in pink means it has been unpaid. Every time you invoice somebody and they haven't paid within 24 hours or whatever it is, that you set up as a time frame, you can actually click resend invoice, and this will send them an invoice again. And this serves as just kind of like a little reminder, hey, you have, an unpaid invoice, you can go ahead and pay that. People are oftentimes shopping from lots of different consultants, and sometimes they forget about invoices. Sometimes they have a lot of traffic going in their inbox, and it gets lost at the bottom. So I do that usually after about 24 hours, just to give them one last chance to pay. Now there is really cool button right here, which means shipped. And so when you click on this one, notice there is no ship because this person's I have not shipped yet. So I'm going to click on that particular invoice, and that's where I'll be able to see all of the information. What it was that I invoiced them for, cost, the sale, everything like that. But there will be a place for me to click that says, marked as shipped. And I click this box marked as shipped as soon as I have created the shipping label. And I do that so that when I look at my sheet of invoices here, I know which ones I have already taken care of and which ones are left, because people pay at different times. And so I can scroll through here very easily and see what needs to be taken care of. And this is great because I work with Ronnie, and that way, we are not double invoicing. We are not, creating shipping labels for people that have already been shipped and so forth. So that's the system that we use, and it works well for us. So that is the last of the reports columns. And the next thing I'm going to show you is actually ordering inventory. So when you place your initial order, you'll be able to come on here into Audrey, and you'll be able to go right away to inventory. And yours will be much faster, hopefully. Come on. You can place an order right after you have placed your initial order. So let's say that, the package that we have right now. Okay, so I'm going to go to inventory and then purchase inventory. The package that we have right now is awesome, but let's say you want leggings too, or you want a different kind of dress, or you want to add kids' clothes, or whatever it is that you want to do, you can go ahead and add those right away. So what you'll do is you'll come down here and you'll decide what you want in any of the items. Right now, I don't see that there is anything. Oh, thought we were out of this. There is nothing here that we seem to be out of at the moment, which is super awesome. That won't always be the case. Let's say that I wanted to add some perfects. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add one of each size that I want in here. Oh, so I guess that one is sold out. Okay. So I'm going to add all of those, and then it will populate it right up here so that I've ordered 5 items. Now, when you are ordering inventory from Audrey, you need to order a minimum of 33 pieces to be able to check out. And remember that when you order leggings, they come in 2-packs. So a 2-pack counts as 1 item. So a 2-pack is $21. So if you're going to order 33 2-packs, which would be 66 leggings, it's going to be close to about $700. Okay? Notice here that there is this amazing discount. LuLaRoe gives us 5% off of every inventory purchase that we make from them, which is incredible. And this is why it really pays to order from Audrey. I know it's tempting to order wholesale from a friend, or people put things up like, oh, I've got this and this and this. It's easy, it's quick. You know what prints you're getting, but you don't get that discount. So you're actually paying more money than if you got it from Audrey. So just think about that as you do that. Then you'll check out, you'll fill in your billing information, and then you can check over in your reports to see that the order is actually showing up there, and then it will be shipped. As far as this expedited shipping, I don't know that many people use it right now just because LuLaRoe is amazing and gets our orders out to us super fast. Some people, I think expedited shipping, yeah, it's the 3-day shipping, but right now it seems like it's moving really quickly. I don't know. I don't have my stuff shipped, so ask your team about that, and they will let you know whether or not that is a smart buy or not. Okay. The last thing that I'll show you is your join link. And as you start to talk to other people about the opportunity, you may get people who say, hey, I want to sign up. I want to do this. Awesome. That means you're starting to build your team. And just like you filled out when you first started, you filled out somebody's link. This is where you get your link from. And it's right here on the dashboard. So I just wanted to make sure that I showed that to you as well. There are lots of other things that you can take a look at here. You can see your team, if you are sponsoring anyone. There's all sorts of stuff that you can look at and play with. So get familiar with Audrey. Check your pricing. Make sure that you run through that fake invoice, add your shipping, learn how to take a look at your reports, and then start ordering more inventory. I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer anything. Just comment under this video, and happy selling.